Commander Zekthara had earned his reputation across 7 star systems. The towering Krillian warrior stood 9 feet tall, his chitinous armor gleaming under the harsh lights of the Nexus Station's cantina. Battle scars crisscrossed his exoskeleton like trophies, each one a testament to victories against impossible odds. They called him the Void Reaper, the one who had single-handedly turned the tide at the Battle of Crimson Nebula, who had faced down 3 dreadnoughts with nothing but a fighter craft and pure audacity. Tonight, he held court at his usual table, surrounded by admirers from a dozen different species. Traders, mercenaries, and even some military officers hung on his every word as he recounted his latest conquest. The cantina buzzed with the electric energy that always surrounded legends. And then, Zekthara's voice boomed through his translator, mandibles clicking with amusement. The Terran cruiser tried to ram my flagship. Can you imagine? Such primitive thinking from such a primitive species. Laughter rippled through his audience. Everyone knew humans were the newcomers to the galactic stage. Barely 2 centuries since first contact, still learning their place among civilizations that had spanned millennia. At the bar, a lone human sat nursing a drink. Marcus Chen was unremarkable by most standards. Average height, brown hair, wearing the simple gray uniform of a cargo hauler. He'd been quiet all evening, but something in his posture had changed. His shoulders had gone rigid. Zekthara noticed the human's attention and felt a familiar thrill. Fresh meat for his stories. "You there, human?" the commander called out, his voice carrying the authority of someone accustomed to being obeyed. "Come join us. I was just telling everyone about your species' amusing attempt at warfare." Marcus turned slowly on his stool. His dark eyes found Zekthara's compound ones across the smoky room. "I heard? Ah, good. Then you'll appreciate this next part." Zekthara's mandibles spread in what passed for a grin among his kind. "Your Captain Sarah Way, yes, I knew her name. She screamed quite entertainingly when my plasma cannons tore through her hull. Please, spare my crew," she begged over the comm. Pathetic, really. The cantina fell silent. Even the background hum of conversation died away. Marcus stood up slowly, his movements deliberate and controlled. "Sarah Way was my friend. Was she now?" Zekthara's amusement only grew. "Well, she died like most humans do, begging and afraid. Though I must admit, the way she floated past my viewport afterward was rather artistic. All those frozen tears on her face. Something shifted in the air. The other patrons began backing away from their tables, some cosmic instinct warning them that they were witnessing something dangerous." Marcus walked across the cantina floor, his boots clicking against the metal grating. He stopped just outside of Zekthara's reach, close enough to talk, far enough to move. "Sarah Way," Marcus said quietly, "saved 14 colonies from the Vorthan plague. She flew medical supplies through 3 different war zones. She had a daughter who just started academy training." Zekthara laughed, a harsh chittering sound. "How touching. A human with feelings for another dead human. Should I be impressed?" "You should be careful." The Krillian commander rose to his full height, dwarfing the human before him. His followers murmured appreciatively. Surely this small creature couldn't be serious. "Careful of what, little mammal? You're barely worth the effort to step on." Marcus nodded slowly, as if confirming something to himself. "See, that's where you made your mistake. You think being big makes you dangerous. You think being famous makes you untouchable." He paused. "You think being a legend makes you immortal." "I am immortal, human. I have faced—" "You face soldiers," Marcus interrupted. "People following rules. People with honor codes and moral boundaries." His voice remained calm, conversational. "Sarah had those too. It's what made her a good person. It's also what got her killed." Zekthara's secondary arms twitched toward his weapons, but something in the human's tone made him hesitate. "The thing about humans," Marcus continued, "is that we're not all soldiers. Some of us are just people, regular people who loved someone you decided to mock." He smiled, and it was the coldest expression anyone in the cantina had ever seen. "And when you hurt someone we love, when you take away someone who mattered, well, we stop being civilized. You threaten me." Zekthara's voice rose. "I who have conquered," Marcus moved. He didn't draw a weapon. He didn't activate any technology. He simply acted with the focused brutality of someone who had nothing left to lose. The neural disruptor hit Zekthara's neck before the Krillian could react. The legendary warrior's exoskeleton meant nothing against a device designed to shut down nervous systems. As Zekathara collapsed, paralyzed but conscious, Marcus knelt beside him. "Sarah's daughter is named Emma," he said softly so only the fallen commander could hear. "She's 19 years old. She wanted to be a pilot like her mother." Marcus's voice was matter-of-fact, almost gentle. "Now she's an orphan because you needed to feel important." The cantina watched in stunned silence as Marcus stood up. He looked around at the assembled crowd, soldiers, traitors, and criminals, all of them suddenly very aware that legends could fall. "Call station security," Marcus said to the bartender. "Tell them Zekathara won't be bothering anyone anymore." As he walked toward the exit, someone called out, "What did you do to him?" Marcus paused at the doorway. "Nothing permanent. He'll recover in a few days, but he'll spend the rest of his very long life knowing that a primitive human put him down without breaking a sweat." He glanced back at the paralyzed form of the once mighty warrior. Some legends deserve to end. The door slid shut behind him, leaving the cantina in absolute silence. On the floor, Zekathara's eyes tracked the ceiling, his mind racing with a new and terrible understanding. He had always believed that strength meant size, that power meant reputation. Tonight he learned that sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the quiet one in the corner, mourning a friend. Word count 1,000.